Designers, Lisa here from Fun Stuff Crafts. It's time for another Inspiration Friday. And this week I've got a super easy project for you. And it is going to be using some Dollar Tree glass cutting boards. I can't wait to show you this idea. It is going to take you just a short amount of time to make this project, and it is great for gift giving, or it is just great to make for yourself. So stick around. But hey, before we get to the project, I've got to thank you for stopping by my channel. I sure appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button and click on the bell, and YouTube should alert you each time I upload a new video. But hey, if you're one of my faithful followers, welcome back. And as always, you guys, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about the project. Or if you guys have got ideas for other projects, I would love to hear those ideas. So give me a second. I'm going to get my camera angle changed, and I'm going to meet you over at the craft counter, and we're going to get making this project. So let's get going on this project. And this one is just so fun and so easy, you guys. So I picked up these Trivets at the Dollar Tree, and they both come in the circle and they come in the square. So $1, right? And for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you guys know that Lisa loves buffalo plaid and I love my sunflowers. So I picked up some napkins, and then I've got some dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I always say that wrong. And I've got a paintbrush. And this is going to be the quickest and easiest little project to put together. So they're so cute. You can wipe them down and get them wet. I use these just as trivets, both for hot stuff and for just displaying cute little things on. So let's get going with this project. I want to show you how quick and easy it is to put together. So the one thing you'll want to do is, of course, remove the plastic from the trivets. And these you find over in the kitchen section at the Dollar Tree. And you want to remove these little feet, and you want to save them. We're going to put those back on when we're all done. And so I do just get those removed right off. Now you could take a cotton ball and some alcohol to remove any of the glue that's left over. A lot of times I can do that just with my fingers, pretty easy. Now these cutting little trivets do have a slick side to them, and they've got a groove side, okay? So we are going to be working on the slick side. And I just want to try to get that one little remove there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Mod Podge. Okay. And I am going to put a good coat of my Mod Podge on my trivet. And remember, I'm doing it on the smooth side. Okay. So I'm just going to add that on. And I do like to make it pretty even, you guys. And so just continuous strokes going across. Okay. And once we get a good coat on, just like that, okay. I'm going to put that off to the side. We are going to put a second coat on. The next thing we want to do is we want to take our napkin. Now you could have done this first, you guys. In fact, I'm going to move my trivet out of the way a little bit. And most napkins are 2 or 3 ply. And so what we want to do is we want to separate our napkin apart. And sometimes I find it's easiest if you grab it in the middle. I've also seen some people do this with tape, and they actually grab it with a piece of tape. Being very ornery for me right now, but I can definitely, there it is. See how I've just got that separated. Be really careful here. I don't want to tear. And this is actually a 3 ply. Okay, so I'm just carefully separating it out. Okay, Now I've got my whole napkin, okay? So now I need to decide how I want to put it on my design, okay? What I find the easiest with these is, you guys, is to lay it. My glue is, or my Mod Podge is here, and I'm taking this and I'm gonna lay it because I wanna try to grab those sunflowers on both sides, okay? So now I'm just very easily going to smooth that out, okay? Another trick here, you guys, is if you've got saran wrap, you can put this over it and rub into it really nice, but I'm just being really smooth with it, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a second coat of my Mod Podge on, okay? So I'm just gonna add that. So it's just got, we've got the first coat and then we've got the second coat, okay? So we're just adding that on, giving it a good coat all the way around. And then what we're gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna start to easily remove those edges because they are kind of wet. And then we're just gonna let this dry, okay? And then when it's all dry, we'll smooth out the edges and we will add back on those feet. And this project's basically done, you guys. That's how quick and easy it is. But see, because I've got that Mod Podge on there, these edges are just peeling off very easily, okay? So I'm just going to pull that all the way around, and I'll clean up those edges even more once it's all dry, but for now I just got the worst of it off, okay? So we're gonna let this dry, and once this is all dry, we'll come back and we will add on our little feet just like we did on this one, and we're good to go. So I'll join you back as soon as this one's all dry. Okay, so our trivet or our glass cutting tray is all nice and dry. Okay, so all we're gonna do now is I've just got a piece of sandpaper and we're just going to go around the edges just to clean it up. Okay, and I just got a little bit of the, just a tiny bit of the Mod Podge, okay? And so all we're doing is cleaning up our edges. And you can see I'm definitely taking some off. Okay, so that's all we need to do there is just clean up your edges. And then what I like to do is just take a wet one and wipe around those edges, okay? So I've got my area, let me wipe that up. And all we have left to do, you guys, is remember we took off the little feet. Now, sometimes these little feet still have a little bit of glue on them, but I like to just add a tad bit. And I'll tell you guys, I picked up this E6000 in this tiny little container, and I just love using it. It's nice and small. Oops, those need to stay. It's nice and small, and it just, I think it is more precision in adding my glue when it's the little tiny bottle of it. I actually picked this up at Walmart. They had them. And so I'm just adding those on. And whoops, that first one, I think I had some gunk on my glue. So it's not taking real well. So let me try that again. And there we have it, you guys. We've got our trivet done. Let me flip it over so you can see how beautiful it is. And I just think that turned out so cute. So now I've got a square one and I've got a round one. So I'll put those on display so you guys can see them. And I hope you enjoyed this Inspiration Friday project. The finished product, those Dollar Tree glass cutting boards that I use as trivets. I just love how these sunflower napkins look on it. If you like this project, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and thanks so much for joining me. And if you're looking for other DIY type projects, don't forget to check out my blog at funstuffcrafts.com.